I was really struggling with knowing like what it was that I was meant to say back to those people and give the right support.
At times there was like more skin than actual like fabric.
This decision will change Jill's life forever.
I always say what I'm feeling. I was from that, straight from my mouth.
Lydia, Omari, welcome to the It's a Sin After Hours pub. First of all, I want to say la to you both. La. I feel like we're Destiny's Child now. Oh my God. It's weird how it became Beyonce so quickly. Thank you so much for joining me to talk about episode 2 of It's a Sin, which just came out on Channel 4. Later, Jade Thurlow of Little Mix is going to join us. Yeah, she's going to get in our mix. That's going to be very exciting.
Oh, I saw you singing a love song. I know it's acting. Well, I'm hardly an expert, but from the little I can gather, good acting is when it's true, isn't it?
The episode kicked off with Ritchie's mom, who's played by the awesome Keeley, and she is determined to see you and Ritchie together, like, what?
Well, I feel like I have a loyalty, well, Jill has a loyalty to Ritchie to kind of keep his secret. But I think somewhere deep down in Jill, she actually would love for that to be.
You'd be such a power couple.
I mean, the duet, the endless duet.
I know.
Would be amazing.
And the Barry Manilow number, they're really in love when they're looking at each other. And Jill, little to Jill's knowledge that he's actually looking back at someone else. So she's just like, I love you. And then he's like...
You had a lot of fun looks. How did it feel wearing some of those outfits? Like, was any of Roscoe's wardrobe something that you would wear yourself?
Yeah, but I was always really cold.
Yeah. He was saving a lot of leg. There was midriff, there was arm, there was rarely a jacket.
There was kind of like, at times there was like more skin than actual like fabric, which I love, I loved all of that stuff. I think one of my favourite looks was there's a moment where I'm wearing this sort of like mesh, I don't even know what the fabric is, but it had like these billowing sleeves that was kind of like Morticia from the Addams Family or something like that. That was amazing.
I loved the silk robe.
Oh yeah, the kimono.
The kimono,
For me, I think you were downstairs with your family. You went upstairs, had a chat with your sister, something clicked, and you were like...
That was midriff and leg.
Yeah.
Just so much skin.
Straight into the rain.
In the rain.
Straight into the rain.
Yeah.
And you did most of the filming in Manchester.
Manchester, and there was some in Liverpool as well. There's a few days there.
What happened in Liverpool? What'd you do?
It became New York. For
No
Colin,
way!
Yeah, for Callum. Yeah. It's all the like wide streets and that kind of like lovely architecture that they have that meant that they could just sort of like use that with a bit of trickery around it, but it's incredible that they did that. Yeah.
I've never been to New York, and now I never have to go.
Go to Liverpool.
But think about this, head boy. If there was an illness, and say you had it, and you slept with him, and then you slept with him, and then you slept with 500 people, like all of you do every weekend, and tell me, Ritchie, if you're so clever, what's going to stop it spreading?
Do you like relate to her at all?
Oh, I like to think so. Jill is an angel, and she's so kind and lovely, and she cares about her friend, but she's also very human, and she kind of makes some very difficult decisions throughout the episodes that she doesn't necessarily want to make. She's kind of put in a place with Gregory where he asks her, oh, can you help me? And she's like, oh, but we can all help. I don't want to do this by myself. I'm not prepared for this.
Please don't tell anyone.
We could all help, though.
I'll get sacked if word gets out. They sack people for being gay, never mind AIDS.
Let me tell Roscoe, he's your mate.
Roscoe talks.
And there was a line in the script, which I think is the real turning point for Jill, where she says, he says, well, can you help? They're in Gregory's flat, and there's just one okay. I remember clearly reading it said in the stage direction, this decision will change Jill's life forever.
Okay.
I feel like everybody needs a Jill, and I was watching and I was just like, I hope Jill has a Jill.
Do you know that Jill is based loosely on one of Russell's closest friends, Jill?
Yeah,
Now then,
yeah.
she's playing my mum in the show.
No way!
Yeah. She would always tell us stories and anecdotes about her amazing time. They lived in the Pink Palace. It's a real flat.
It's real?
It's real.
Oh.
And they had all these amazing moments and memories, and her discussing visiting the hospitals and doing work with theatres. I'm just marvelled at everything she always says. She's just incredible.
Allies are so important, and we saw that with Jill. And for me, I think one of the most important things for an ally to do is to take action. Don't just feel that way. Do something about it, and it was so cool to see.
Hello, I'm here to talk about bits of the script that you might not otherwise have noticed, and there's a key little moment in this where Gloria says to Jill, I've heard there was a production of Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and all seven brothers died.
Is that true?
I just like the idea of 7 brothers fucking each other.
That's a tiny little line that flies past you. The entire drama came from that. I heard that story around about 1989, or it might have been 1991. I can't date it. And as a joke, it's kind of awful and horribly funny, blackly comic. It's kind of profane at the same time. It just made me think, wow, imagine if there were 7 brothers in a cast and they all got wiped out. And that made me think, imagine if you had a flat full of people. It's just one joke that looks like a throwaway moment. I didn't tell David Carlisle, the actor, this. I didn't tell the director this. I didn't want it to have too much weight. But that joke created the entire show.
Speaking of allies, we have amazing ally to the LGBTQ plus community, Jade Thurlwall from Little Mix on the line. What's up, Jade? La to you and welcome. Jade, what did you think about the show?
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I love it so much. I feel like I have seen this sort of like HIV AIDS epidemic be told through like a lot of maybe American TV shows or movies. So I feel like it's really needed and special that a lot of people will probably be watching it from, you know, the gay scene in Britain from that perspective for the first time, maybe.
Do you have a favourite moment so far?
Oh God, there's so many. But I do really love, I'm going to call it the hit me with your lasers scene.
Yes! Yes!
It seems like some sort of like satirical commercial, the way that that Ritchie sort of tells the tale of all the rumours surrounding HIV AIDS. Just that last moment when he's like, hit me with your lasers, please. Woo!
That was such a fun day when we got to shoot that sequence. It was so crazy
my gosh.
in the nightclub.
Yeah, we even watched kind of a video of Heaven in, I think it was 82 or 83, because we were all dancing and we were trying to kind of find reference of like how do
How do people dance? Yeah.
Because it's not like...
Everyone's just like flossing.
Legit, when you smashed the mug in that scene, honestly, so symbolic that moment, because it was Ritchie's cut, wasn't it, off his mum?
Yeah.
And then you smashing it was like the dawn of like everything becoming a lot more serious and not being like pink and fabulous and sugar-coated anymore. Do you know what I mean?
I think it was a bit of that. I think it was the moment in the show which was like, it just breaks everything. This is it, this virus is here, and
exactly.
brought it into our life. Like now the virus has entered our house. I think what like Russell really wanted from that mug moment was just like the paranoia that we all have and the humanness that we all have. Like Jill is not an angel. She was listening to all these rumours and she didn't know what was true, and she's not a saint and she's not an angel and she's not like it's good. She didn't know. She had no idea.
Exactly.
She was just young and
It's kind of like hysteria.
Yeah.
Because it's the same when you see Gregory's sister when you go to the flat and
Should we
his
be
dad
wearing
is there.
gloves?
Yeah. That
exactly.
stuff. Kind of chilling, isn't it?
And then they cut to her like singing in the bar with Ritchie, like, I'm fine.
I want my equity card.
Now, Jade, you're one of the most prominent LGBTQ allies in the country. I want to say, what do you think makes a good ally?
I think a good ally is not speaking for the community, but I think it's about, you know, sort of walking the walk as well as talking the talk. And yeah, it's no lie that we've got a massive gay fan base. So I think it was a few years ago, I kept receiving a lot of like DMs from a lot of our gay fans trying to reach out and say, you know, I'm struggling to come out with my parents, or, I'm from a country where I'm not accepted, and I was really struggling with knowing like what it was that I was meant to say back to those people and give the right support. And I think it was that moment where I felt like I probably should be doing more as an ally. And I remember contacting Stonewall, and I arranged a meeting with them. And Louise, who was working at the time, I literally said, well, please, can you help me with how to help?
Yeah.
Because I think I have to like make sure that I don't let the fear of fucking up, or the fear of like saying the wrong things now and again, or slipping up now and again, taking over, you know, what my intentions are, or my willingness to learn and become a better ally every single day. So, and I think that's what I try and tell, especially my fans or younger fan base, to do the same.
That's lovely and so spot on. And let me say, as a queer young woman, I don't know what to say most of the time, so good on you for your education. I think it is time for a game.
Oh my gosh.
I know, and I'm gonna make sure that you don't have a hammer, Lydia, because I'm about to whip out the pink card. This game is called Little Mix or Politics. Do you see what was done there?
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull a quote out of this cup, and you'll have to tell me if it's a quote from a Little Mix song or a quote from 80s Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. Omari,
Okay.
thinking cap on. To wear your heart on your sleeve isn't a good plan. Wear it inside. Who said that? Was that Little Mix or Politics? It does sound like something a cool girl would say.
But I can also imagine that Maggie might have said something like that.
The Magster.
The Magster. I'm gonna go with the Magster.
Yeah. Jade, what do you think?
Great. I was literally trying to sing it in my head and try and pretend there was a song there, but nothing came to me, so I feel like it is.
To wear your heart on your sleeve isn't a good plan. Wear it inside, wear it inside. Wear it inside. You gotta wear it inside. That was indeed Mags.
Wear it inside.
Wear it inside. Put your heart inside. It's almost like I should be in your group. Okay. So, this one, back to you, Lydia. Okay? You turn if you want to. The lady's not for turning. Who said that?
The lady is not for turning. Is that the final line?
Yeah.
Can I phone a friend?
You turn if you want to. What do you think, Omari?
That's a Maggie line.
Does that feel Maggie to you?
That's a definite
Jade,
Maggie
how are you
line,
feeling
yeah.
about it?
Yeah, that's quite a big line. No, the lady is not for turning.
Yeah. Yeah. I always say what I'm feeling. I was born without a zip on my mouth. Little Mix or Politics?
I'm gonna say Maggie again.
You're feeling Mags? Jade?
Oh, I saw her face.
That is a woman like me, isn't it? I always say what I'm feeling. I was born with a zip on my mouth.
Oh, man. Indeed.
No.
That was, first
There's
of
no
all,
offense taken by that.
thank you for that concert. It was amazing. Also, not Mags, she's right. Negative
One strike
13
for me.
points for you. Yeah, that's how we play the game. Excellent. Oh my God, what a fabulous game. And the pink cup is safe. Jade Thurlow, thank you so much for joining us and for loving It's a Sin.
Oh, honestly, thank you so much. I love the show. I can't wait to watch the rest of it. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Omari, Lydia, thank you so much for joining me in the It's a Sin After Hours pub. You can join us next week after It's a Sin, where I'll be joined by Clara Ampho and David Furnish, plus special guest, Callum Scott Howells from the cast. Ooh.